All right. Hello, good people of the internet. Welcome back to Minecraft. Ow. So, we are back. As you can see, we did a lot off camera. Last time when we recorded, we just after we ended the recording, kind of went ham. You're breaking my armor. You're actively breaking my armor. Chill. After we got done recording, we decided to revamp the whole situation in our house. Potato chips. So I felt a little guilty because, yeah, I should have shown some of this on camera. But in order to make amends, this episode will be much longer. It'll be like an hour. We're just gonna do some stuff right now. We got cow farms going. We're gonna collect stuff so we can make the. We're gonna be mainly working on that. That's a lot of cows. Actually, yeah. Y'all see the breeding chamber. I'm gonna come to the breeding chamber. Let's expand the population, if you know what I mean. Let's make them do the mating press. In your words.
The game is glitching out.
Oh yeah, and we worked on the render distance.
Finally.
Yeah, the render distance is much higher now, so we can see much farther away. So that was a problem.
Yeah, it was a server bound thing.
Yeah, definitely. So we fixed that, and now we're just gonna do some boring stuff, but we're gonna keep it nice and lively.
This is mad.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it nice and lively. We're gonna be talking. It's basically, yeah. You'll probably read the title. It's gonna be a podcast episode. We're gonna, yeah. That's insane. Feed them all. Feed all of them. Make babies now. Make children now. So, anyways, as you probably
overcrowding them. This is animal abuse.
This is abuse, but this is like real life. It's, we're being as realistic as possible.
Fair enough.
All right, so as I was saying about the podcast episode, we're just gonna talk. I am an avid podcast listener, and so is Ahmed here. I made actually, I'm gonna show you guys my room first. So Ahmed did a lot of work in the Nether, but not like any actual progress. He just went to get a lot of materials. He traded a lot of gold for all this crying obsidian, as you can see.
A lot.
I really like his setup. His setup is real nice. Like, I like the vibe, all nethery and stuff. And these blue lamps are really good. And yeah,
I normally go for a more bright approach, but I thought that I want something minimalistic and
this is what he goes for.
These crying obsidian blocks, it was all because of the crying obsidian blocks. The amount of gold I spent on getting these.
Yeah, that was insane.
But it had to be done. They look too good. They look way too good.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go start working on expanding the sugarcane farm. As I was saying, I was talking about podcasts. I listen to Distractable, and Ahmed also listens to Distractable, but he isn't really caught up. And one of their episodes, I'm not completely gonna rip off.
You say caught up, but I'm the one who introduced you. Keep that in mind. I'll just stop listening.
He's too good for it now. Anyways, they did an episode in which they talked about firsts. So what are firsts? First is basically we're gonna talk about the first time we did something, or like the first memory we have of something, and we're gonna talk about our lives. You guys are gonna get to know us better through this video. Yeah, so as we do some work, first let me get started on the sugarcane farm, and then let's go into podcast mode.
I spawned a chicken with an egg and then killed it with more eggs.
That is something. So I'm gonna go grab some sand, and what are you gonna work on? Are you gonna work on like a strip mine or something like that? You wanna work on something like that?
Sure.
Yeah, you could do some strip mining, and let's Yeah.
Why can
Anyways,
I not? I'm planting not seeds.
so Ahmed and I have been friends for like how many years now? I think we.
Five, six?
Ouch! Oh,
No,
took some
no,
damage.
yeah, 5, 6, something like that, right?
5 or 6 years. I met Ahmed in eighth grade, but we didn't probably become friends until like ninth grade. So eighth grade, that was 2018. So that's 2, 3, yeah,
Wow.
5 years. Jesus. We've known each other for a while, and Ahmed is like one of my, yeah, you're basically my best friend at this point. Like I talk to you every day. We
Same.
play video games. We do all kinds of shit together. So
We do the average male interaction of
we
sending memes.
yeah, we just send each other memes, and yeah, that fills up our interactions for the day. Anyways, this topic first, I found it super interesting. I did tell you about it a little bit. Did tell you about the episode, and do you think it's interesting?
Yeah.
Like, it'll be fun to talk about. So,
I
uh,
love the thought of having a podcast. It's just a matter of the now the fact of like stereotypes around it. YouTuber podcast time.
yeah, I'm not
Then
even I'm not even a big YouTuber yet. Podcast time, Joe
yeah,
Rogan. Hell yeah. No, but for real though, all credits. I'm not ripping off Distractable. I'm not gonna rip off all the questions. I have some that I made up myself actually, and this sort of stuff is like I don't know. I don't think I know any of these about Emmett, and I don't think he knows any of these about me either. So they started off with
are there any questions I should lock my door for?
maybe, maybe. I mean, you could come up with some as well. It doesn't have to be just me asking the questions. Anyways,
We'll see. It will be top off the top of my head because I did not prepare.
yeah,
Because I feel like with me, my answers won't be as fun if I actually think about it.
yeah. So they started off with a really interesting one. So the first day of school, like, do you remember the very first day of school? Me personally, like, or it doesn't have to be the very first. Obviously, it has to be like the one that you actually remember, like the first one you actually remember. So what was it like for you?
Now I could take a few takes on this because technically I was not born and raised in Pakistan where we are based, right? So I could either go with first year school here, or I could go with in general. But I'd have to see how I remember, how much I remember. I I do remember. I went. I was all crying. I didn't wanna go. That's like typical stuff, right, for
That's
kids.
typical. Yeah. Even
I
I
remember
used to cry
that
a
for
lot
my
too.
first school experience. Crying, then not wanting to go, stuff like that. And then I went, and then I was fine, and blah blah blah.
But do you remember anything specific about like how was it? Any like thing that sticks out? Like for me, I'll you can think about it and I'll start on my end.
Yeah, yeah, you go on. I'll get thoughts on it
For me,
that
it
way.
was I think the very first day of school. I don't I there's this phenomenon that I've noticed with most people is the meme like you gain consciousness at like the age of 4. So before the age of 4, I barely remember anything. It's like I woke up that one day. I remember I think it was my birthday, and I remember playing with balloons, and that's the only memory I can think of. I was like 4 years old by that time. I don't remember much before that. So
I'm weird in that context because I can like barely remember what even happened
I
yesterday.
don't remember the first year. I think it's a nursery, or in Pakistan it's a nursery. I don't know what it's in other countries, but there's nursery, there's kindergarten, there's a prep, and then there's the grade. So I remember. I don't remember nursery, but I remember kindergarten. I was in I was in Bahawalpur. I think it was Bahawalpur. That's where I was born, Bahawalpur. But it was like a few years after I was born. I went into. I was supposed to. Yeah, this is what I remember. I was supposed to go to kindergarten, right? Right. I finished my nursery, and I was supposed to go into kindergarten. And my parents, I think, there was like some
They were like,
mistake.
this kid is too smart. Put him in first grade.
Something similar. They, instead of putting me in kindergarten, I don't know if they. I think they just had a mix-up. They didn't put me in kindergarten. They put me in prep. That was the year after kindergarten. So I don't remember the school much, and obviously I only went there for like I think a maximum of like a week until I got changed into kindergarten. So I remember I went to school. I was all crying. I was like, I don't have any friends here. Well, at that age, I didn't really make friends. I don't even remember any of my day ones from nursery. But just the typical, I don't want to go to school and I'm gonna miss my dad and all. But then I remember I remember this vividly. Like for some reason, it's just one specific memory that I remember. It was how do I say this? I think it was there was not really like proper classes, but I remember we were learning about ABC, not ABCs, but it was like basic math, right? But not completely basic, something like that. And I remember there was this kid right next to me. I don't know why this has been burned into my memory, but I remember I was surrounded by all these kids who were older than me, and they were all eyeing me weirdly, like I was some sort of alien or something, bro. Like I was some sort of Enderman or something. So this kid that was sitting next to me, he did something weird. Oh my God, zombie!
I'm
Right. So we got done with the class, and I remember the teachers, they put us into nap time. I don't know if you had that in your first days of school, but nap time is like basically you just lay your head down and you try to go to sleep. So this kid, he puts his head down and he started. I remember he like brought his arm under his head, and then he started picking his nose, and bro started eating his boogers, bro. And bro started digging for gold, and he put them in his mouth, bro. And
efficient man. He is just reusing protein.
bro was ahead of his age, bro. Bro was already meal prepping. Bro started eating his boogers, and that was like one of my first experiences of like seeing another person do something that disgusting. And I remember I was so confused, but at the same time I was a little interested. Yeah, I got a little inspired.
My turn.
I got a little inspired, so I'ma keep it real with you, bro. I started picking my nose.
To this day.
To this day, I still eat my boogers. I started picking my nose, and I'm like, let's give this a try, bro. And I put one in my mouth, and it was foul, bro. It's salty, disgusting, and God damn. Let me switch to my goddamn sword. Yeah, and it was
This
disgusting.
is not like
and
my first experience with school, but this reminds me of something. Somehow, it is related with the disgusting
oh
thing.
wow.
There was this person in my school. It was over here. There was this person who, I don't know what was wrong with them. Oh, I keep looping around to the wooden man. This thing is I have to go somewhere else for strip mining, I think. They food themselves constantly.
Oh yeah.
Constantly. Every other class.
Oh yeah.
And
That used to happen.
would not leave. Just we'd have to bear with it all day.
The teachers
And at
wouldn't
the end
like.
of the school day, just chilling, walking around, playing with people with a huge mark at the back. skid mark at the back. Could you call it a skid mark at that point?
It's just poo.
And
It's just rancid.
yeah, that was something.
That
I'm
was
not talking
something.
like a small grade. I'm thinking like nine. The
Ninth
year before.
grade?
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, ninth grade. The warden's after me. The warden's after me. The warden's after me. The warden's after me.
Oh my
Ninth
goodness.
grade, like
Oh, I hear
grown.
the warden going after you, bro.
I am peeping at you.
Yeah, man, go ahead, go ahead.
Like eighth, ninth grade, around the time, or maybe before. Maybe it was
Really?
seventh.
That is.
Yeah, fully like grown person.
Damn, that is.
Maybe they had like some medical problem,
Yeah,
which is why I
probably.
don't really want to, you know,
Yeah, I've
because I could
noticed.
see that. I could see that, but
Yeah, I could also see that. I've
but
noticed.
I don't. I really feel like it wasn't the case. I don't
I've.
think that was the
I
case.
had
I
a.
don't think it was some.
I had a similar experience as well. Like, but obviously this was not the ninth grade or anything like that. It was still the early grades, and there used to be like the nurses and the teachers. They used to actually, obviously they were used to stuff like this happening, so they used to have like proper equipment for this kind of stuff. They used to, I think. It was either I think it was in kindergarten actually. Yeah, in kindergarten, the teachers used to actually have like uh, little boxes in which you could bring extra clothes, and the parents would drop off their kids
But
with extra.
I thought you were about to go litter box level.
No, 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 no. That's some inhumane stuff, bro. Bro, click. Jesus, what is wrong with my mouse? Anyways, we can move on. That was fun to know. But another interesting one was definitely the first like school trip that you remember going to.
Oh, you wanna go first?
Nana, you can go ahead.
I think you were there at that trip, but at that time our friendship wasn't like a thing yet. I don't know. Maybe you remember. I feel like it was the same trip. We were there. I had a humongous water bottle, like huge water bottle, red one.
Now, if this was like in DES, which obviously, yeah, it would be. I didn't go to field trips not until the later grades. The first 2 years, I don't. I don't think I was. My parents were like, "No, you cannot go." They were overprotective for no reason, and I literally could not participate mainly.
I think
But
it was the one we went trekking, and there was we had Saver ke Pulao. और सेवर ही है ना I don't
yeah,
remember
yeah,
the name of the
Saber.
show honestly. Yeah, उन वो था. It was a fun trip. It was a really fun trip. And then there was another one where they took us a place where there was hiking and stuff, but nobody did the hiking in rock. I'm saying hiking, I mean rock climbing,
Uh huh.
but nobody actually got to do it. There was some.
So that's
There
that's the
was so much.
first field trip that you remember.
Yep. Same overprotective
Ah,
situation.
same. You and I are not so different, my man.
Yep.
It was unfair. They really. I'm still mad about it.
Unnecessary.
It was really unnecessary. Like, what do you expect? Everyone's going. But they later came on to realize
They
and they
thought we were
allowed me to
gonna get
go.
bombed and kidnapped. We are high level targets.
Ah, that should not have happened. My goddamn melons ruined. Alright, so I expanded the sugarcane farm. So, what happened in the trip? Because I probably wasn't there.
Just generally, it was fun. There was the. I was pretty sociable at that time. I got in a very fun bus. I think there were two or three buses, and my grade was my class was split throughout, and I was in the men's bus was all full.
So
So
you was
me
with the
and two other
girls.
guys were in the. I did not mean fun because of that.
No, no.
That ain't how I am.
That's some
But
Tarik shit,
no,
bro.
generally it was really fun. because I was like friends with everybody. Generally, there's a level of I would say awkwardness, especially here, uh, which I honestly understand completely why people be peopling.
Yeah, people
But
be peopling.
I had a lot of fun. We were playing music and stuff and talking, and there were I remember nursery rhymes, but I don't think it was nursery rhymes. It was like something else,
Nursery
poems and
rhymes.
such,
Okay, okay.
poems and the like. It was a fun. Generally, it was a fun trip. The trekking was nice. Everybody expected me to be all the way in the back, and I was
Oh,
dying
so
though. I
you
remember
probably
that,
went to
but I
the
did.
you probably went to the
Sure,
Margala trails, right?
it was, yeah, some trail. I don't got good enough memory to remember
Yeah, but
exactly which
Margala
one,
Hills,
but
the
it
Margala
was a
Hills.
fun trip.
Yeah, we also had a trip later on when you left for Canada. We also went to the Margala Hills. But for me personally, I went to school trips before. Um, I spent 4 years in Zimbabwe, and I remember. I'm gonna actually have to think about this one. I remember going on field trips, but let me. Yeah, okay. So our school was having there was a inter-school tournament, like a national tournament, sports tournament that was happening, and there
Hmm.
was all kinds of stuff. It wasn't just sports; it was all kinds of other stuff. There was the choirs were competing. There was some band practice stuff. There was band. There was sports. Obviously, all kinds of sports. There was I think the big ones were rugby, football, and cricket. So I was in the rugby team. So we
Surprising.
we went to it was inner city. Yeah, I remember. So there was this school that was like all the way on the other edge of the city. So it was a pretty long trip, like about an hour, because the at that time the city wasn't amazingly developed and the roads were not great. And I remember it was a pretty bad traffic day as well for some reason. And I remember it was raining, but I was in sixth grade. Yeah, we went on. We started off. We trekked. I was with my whole class in one of the buses. We had fun along the way. You know, the typical school, the bus experience, music and singing and games and other stuff, and just having fun. And we went to this big school that was hosting the school was I think it was the biggest of the city. I forgot the name, but they were hosting the sports event, and uh, we were like one of the first rugby matches was our school and this other competitor school that was like the main competitor of our school. So there was a lot of hype behind that match, and we we got ready. We went out into the field, and I remember uh, in the other team, my position was I was a prop because I was a big man. So I was the heavy dude in rugby that had to do the all the main wrestling for the ball.
Passion
So
and passion.
yeah, all the smashing. So we went into the game was about to start, and the teams met up. So there was this really fat kid, really fat. Like he was also a prop, but he was like triple my size. Dude was humongous, and not like fat in like a strong manner, but fat in like a fat manner. And dude was struggling just walking around. And I remember the game was about to start. We went
So
into
he was
the
worse off than me.
no. This is sixth grade, so it can't get that bad, but similar sense. So actually, you're really sorry. That probably came off as a little too offensive. You're not bad at all. I'm sure he was
No,
worse.
no, no. I am aware of my situation.
You a big dude. You a big dude. It's okay. Anyways, so I remember we went into the starting position, right? I think it's called the ruck or the ruckus or Uncle Ruckus or whatever. So let me just grab this iron so I can make a pickaxe. So we went into the starting position, and I remember the dude was staring me down like He was like, I'm coming after you. I don't know if it was like a race thing or something. Maybe he never saw a brown person. Well, yeah, brown person before.
You're
Bro
not brown.
was, bro was staring me down. Maybe he never saw a white person before. I don't know, but there were white people there. Anyways, it felt like there was some tension there. So I remember the whistle got blown, right? And our so I'm not gonna explain rugby here. Our team got the ball, right? So I remember I was looking at him, and bro got up, and he immediately slipped, fell to his goddamn, fell face on, like face down, head first. Bro fell,
No.
bro fell down, and I think he got messed up or something like that, bro. Immediately. I think it was because it had rained the day before and the pitch was a little slippery, bro. Bro fell down and
He was wheezing for
I started laughing, bro. It was like that clip in which there's that Star Wars dude and he's like, "These are wars of attrition," and then he just falls down, and then he starts. Yeah, you're right. He started breathing heavily. The ref called a timeout. Bro had to get taken away. I remember it was that. It was one of the funny things. And I remember I started losing my shit, but I composed myself. And the other team, everyone started laughing at him. It was bad. We shouldn't have done that. But, the kids are mean. Anyways, so after that, the trip was fun. We hung around. They gave us like the tour of the whole school. The school was really impressive. It was the biggest school. It was the biggest school, and they had their shit down for real.
facilities.
Yeah, they had facilities and they had other stuff.
You didn't. I think I found a dungeon.
Oh, you found a dungeon? Nice.
I found a dungeon.
Ooh, mob farm.
Found a
Nice.
dungeon. Found a dungeon. I do not see a chest.
How far down are
Move out
you?
of the way, zombies.
How far?
I can.
Could you F3 and tell me the
Oh
coordinate?
wow,
Could you F3 and tell me the Y coordinate really quickly?
F3. How do you see it again? 25.
25. Okay. Anyways, so that was we hung around. I remember they had a really big sports pitch, like a really big courtyard. They had basketball courts, they had tennis courts, and it was nice. They had a really nice auditorium in which everyone gathered up. It was really nice. It was like a movie cinema. They had a big ass stage. It was really cool, and yeah, that was my experience. Enchanting.
Silk touch.
Silk touch. Well, you can't silk
Whatever
touch
the
the
attachment
spawner.
is.
You can't silk touch the spawner. If that's what you're thinking.
Well, there is one thing that lets you pick up a spawner.
No, there's nothing like that.
No, there is one. There is one.
No, really, trust me, there is none.
Okay, I'm good. Before I go, I'm good.
I'll find my way back up.
Can you move a spawner with silk?
Trust me, bro, you can.
Silk touch 2 will allow you to pick up monster spawners, the dragon egg, and silverfish stone.
There's no such thing as silk touch 2, bro.
You think it's possible, man?
Trust me, believe me, it's not possible. If it is, then I don't know, it might be, but personally,
I clearly remember silk touch being a thing.
No, silk touch is a thing, but it doesn't pick up spawners, if that's what you're thinking.
Okay, then what's the point of silk touch? Just picking up ores as is? There's no point in that.
No, there's
Wait a
other
minute,
stuff.
wait a minute.
Silk touch is important for picking up like glowstone as it is and other stuff as it is. Obviously, you can use it to pick up grass and stone as it is if you need stone for some reason. But yeah.
No, you wait, I'm checking this. I don't trust you. This is going to turn into another one of the... You can!
Alright, but I don't want to waste the spawner like that, bro.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, wow.
It's a server thing. It's a server thing.
Could I fix this somehow?
So we can just use this as is as a monster spawner.
Yeah, that's the plan. Anyways,
Like
the next one.
Just all water.
Do you remember like the first school project that you did. School project.
School project.
Anything interesting?
I do actually.
Because for me, a school project was like one of my core memories. Because I remember I did it with my dad. I did a bunch of school projects with my dad, and it was insanely fun. Why is bro mad
For
at me?
me, it's with my mom. It was a school project where we had to make. There were a few. There's a video of one where we made a whole Shrek costume, like one-to-one Shrek costume. I made with her, and I wore it for a school play. That's a really fun one. I have a video of it somewhere, probably
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
school
I don't know.
plays. Yeah, we'll do that next. School plays. I forgot about that.
And
There's this
there's
Enderman
another
that's
one
just
which is a very
aggroed at
simple
me for
one.
no reason.
There was another one which is very simple, but for me, I really remember that
Core memory kind of stuff.
one. To put like animals. It's like a board of animals. That's it. I had to. I remember it being just an insanely fun project to do,
Whoa, I'm
albeit
lagging.
simple. Yeah, but it was just a board, cardboard board, where we put pictures of animals, and
What's going on right now? I'm lagging
that's
somewhere.
it really. I
Perhaps it
have
was
5 stacks of coal.
that sounds like fun. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
so you made a Shrek costume and that you wore to a play. That sounds really fun. Oh, like
That was a fun one, and there was another one which was, like I was saying, very simple. It was just a board where I had to put different animals with pictures
oh,
and
I
stuff.
think I
I
found
just
your
remember getting the
ravine.
materials and everything, and it was really fun.
I think I
Wait, I
found
don't
your
see your name.
ravine. Maybe. Is it a skeleton spawner by
Yeah.
chance? Oh yeah,
No,
you
it's
did.
a zombies one.
It's a zombie spawner? Oh, well, it's okay. That works too. This
I
man
have
was
like
aggroed
18
at me
levels.
for no reason. Oh, nice. I have 24. Uh, so are you gonna go more into detail of what the project was like?
The Shrek one's kind of self-explanatory. It was just a difficult task of finding out what works exactly, he, what's most accurate. The ears were a big one. I used like the hair bands. You know the hair bands.
Yeah.
They are just called hair bands. I don't know what term I'm looking for. We put on the Shrek ears on hair bands, and I wore a hairband, and that had the Shrek ears. They were like these really big, stompy boots. The leather, the leather thingy that he wears on top of the beat up shirt, white shirt.
The wife beater.
Just in general, it was a really fun project. What about you?
Well, for me, my first school project, I remember it was in Zimbabwe, and we had to do a. It wasn't really like something too materialistic type, but it was. I remember we had to do a chart. I remember a piece of chart paper, like a big chart paper, and it was about the the water cycle. Yes, the water cycle. That was like fifth,
Mm,
sixth grade. I think fourth or fifth grade, and I remember that me and my dad, we got a bunch. First, it was getting supplies. I remember we got a bunch of supplies. We got paint. We got pencils, colored pencils, and I remember one of my favorite things in art, glitter glue. We got glitter glue. I don't know if you've ever experienced glitter glue, but it's like
I
it's
hated glitter as a child, and I hate it now.
glitter glue. It's no, but it was in liquid form, so the glitter wouldn't get everywhere normally, like how it does. It was much more bearable than normal glitter, but it was definitely like top 10 things that I like using in like art pieces. Well, I don't do art anymore, but It was the things that I really liked. Oh, I'm almost up. There we go.
Ooh, iron.
Okay, I am up in base. Anyways, so we got all these supplies. I remember going out shopping with my dad for these supplies. That was fun. And we sat down. It took like an hour or two, and we made these little cute little cutouts. We printed out text for water cycle, and we made little clouds with the cotton, and we stuck it to the chart paper, and then we drew some rain falling down, trees. There was transpiration, there was evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. And I remember my dad used to draw these really pretty designs with the glitter glue. It was like weird, like little swirlies. And I remember he taught me how to do those. And I used to make those on pretty much every school project that I ever did. Well, at least ones that involved chart paper and everything like that. And I remember we made it super pretty. We worked real hard on it, and it paid off. Even though it was super simplistic, it was the most to the point, and it wasn't super duper over. Well, there wasn't really other stuff that was super duper over complicated, but I guess people just weren't really great at making cool stuff. And I remember we made that, and it was super fun. And then after that, I remember we did a volcano as well, in which you mix vinegar and baking soda, and it erupts, and that was fun. And the generic school project. But I remember doing that. It was a core memory. I remember doing that with my dad, and it was super fun. It is definitely core memory, top 10 memories. 30 bread. I'm working on a water elevator that can take us up and down the spawner. I always wanted to make one of these. I've never really made one of these, but I know the general gist of one of these, like how to make one of these. Oh my god, the cows.
Yeah, we
need to do something about that for sure. Oh yeah, this is one we can do. Do you remember the first time you?
First time you were racist.
No, the opposite. The first time someone was racist to you.
Seriously?
Do you want to do that? I swear these things gave air. They just don't.
We couldn't.
Oh yeah, this one. Okay, let's just do this. Do you remember the first video game that you played? Or like the first time you were introduced to video games?
Yes, Crash Bandicoot.
Okay, so tell me all about it. When was this?
I think it was. I don't know which one exactly it was. There was this one. I think it was 2 or 3 on this old, old Macintosh level tube TV monitor PC. I found a blue axolot.
Yeah, those exist.
Pretty cool. Should I bring one back?
I mean, sure.
Whoa, man, hopping.
We could make a little home for those two. The one upstairs. We should name that dude. We should definitely do that.
Yeah, just Crash Bandicoot. One of the ones. Although my favorite is probably Crash of the Titans, which is it's just my favorite. It's so good. You play as Crash. The movement is very different. The gameplay is very different. It's not completely platforming. You take over like other monsters, and you control them. You piggyback on them and use their special abilities. It's definitely one of my most favorite, and one of my gaming like original memories is because I had the Xbox 360 we got later on, or I think it was the first time I played was on PS2, and Clash of the Titans. I think it was PS2. I'm pretty sure it was. I didn't really play on PC. I was a console person always, and now I'm kind of stuck with PC because my console isn't working. Otherwise, I'd still be a console person. It was. I played. I put so much time into that, and the game just stopped working.
That is unfortunate.
Crash of the Titan. Wow, I found something. And then again, years later, I managed to get it on an Xbox 360. And again, same thing. No more save. The game doesn't work anymore. The CD is gone. Same thing. Okay, years later, I start the same game, Clash of the Titans. Same thing happens. This time on an emulator on PC, which was hilarious because I had two different saves and both saves stopped working. It's cursed. I don't think I've actually finished that game till now, but it's still one of my most favorite games of Crash Bandicoot, without a doubt.
I see.
That is one I'd love to have remastered. I found another warden area, by the way, with like lava and everything. I don't know if this is the same one. I don't think it is. No, because there's like lava and water and stuff.
Do you have any dirt, perchance? Oh wait, this might
Not
work.
a lot, but in the strip mine somewhere I have a chest which has a ton of cobblestone, some dirt and stuff. Probably like not much though, like 20 maybe max. I am so happy I brought a water bucket with me.
Okay, water elevator is almost done. Anyways, moving on. My first gaming
Your version,
experience.
yeah.
Yes, so it's a very, very, very niche game, and my brothers, they're the ones who introduced me to gaming, basically. So back, I think this was like 2006 or seven, and they used to play this game called. This is the first time I remember. I might have played game. I used to watch them play games all the time, but this is the first time when I actually played a game. And the game was called Armored Fist 3, and it was a tank game. And for its time, it was super advanced. It was super, like, the graphics were pretty nice. Well, obviously for its time. And I remember I played that game. I remember I used to
Now,
love that game. I used to play the shoot out of that game. It was super, super fun. And okay, there we go. Water elevator should
there
be
are like
fixed
four
now.
creepers down here, and one just came out of nowhere and exploded right next to me.
Okay. I wanna test the water elevator now if it's done. Anyways, so for Armor
Those two
Fist 3,
sucks, man.
I remember I used to. It was actually for you. It's console, right? For me, it was a PC. So I used to play this game for hours on end, and it was a tank game in which you control a tank, and there used to be different tanks, but I barely remember it anymore. But I remember there used to be a T80. It was either the T80 or the T72, and there were missions in which there were these little soldiers as well that would be with your tank, and you would shoot at other tanks, and tanks would blow up, and it was super cool. And yeah, that was. And I've played a lot of niche games like Armor Fist 3. I played a game called Air Fist Dogfighter, in which it was like Armor Fist 3, but it was planes. And in planes, there were RC planes, like toy planes, models of planes that you would fly around. You would fight other things.
That sounds like fun.
And I remember there were tanks. They were based off the Tiger tank, and they used to be anti-air tanks, and they used to shoot down the planes. It was so goofy. I remember. And then after that, the game that I spent a lot of time playing, like the first game I properly started playing, was what's it called?
Morning.
Not Fortnite. It was a Counter Strike. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let me go on.
1.6.
No, the one even before 1.6. The one even before
I never actually
1.6.
played 1.6 or Go for that fact. I've not really played Go either. I only played like maybe 10 hours collectively with you, and we got tired of Apex in our prime.
Okay, if I could be given a chance to place this. There we go. This should be a water elevator. I don't know, it's not really fast. Oh, it is, because you don't lose any air. Okay, so water elevator successfully made, Emmett. I don't know how you could
Nice.
swim super fast in it, but yeah. So that was the first game I played, Armor Fist 3, and then it was Counter Strike, the one before 1.6. I remember I forgot. I think it was like 1.3 maybe. I remember it was a mod of a Half-Life, which was a really big game at that time. And then it was Counter-Strike, and there was this other FPS game, Quake, that I used to play. And but now arena shooters are just dead now. Obviously, they did not adapt. But anyways, that was my first gaming experience. I remember Armor Fist 3. It wasn't really multiplayer, so I used to play by myself, and I used to watch my brothers play it. And Counter Strike, I used to LAN party with my brothers, and we would play Counter Strike all the time, just shooting against AI, against players. It used to be super fun. And yeah, anywho.
Hmm. I have a really goofy memory if we're talking on like best gaming memories. It was in Saudi Arabia. We were all sitting together in the TV room. It was Uncharted 1 specifically. I think it was one. One or no, it was one because two is my favorite. It was one, and it was the jet ski mission. And mid playing, the power goes out in Saudi Arabia, which is it doesn't happen there. So what had happened was there was a tree outside and right next to our power box. A guy, or actually no, at that time women could not drive in Saudi Arabia, and there was a woman who was illegally driving. She rammed into the tree next to our power box. The tree got lit on fire. Our whole power box was gone. So we had no power for like 2 weeks. They fixed it really fast, I would say. Uh, yeah, it was there was just a huge fire outside. We were like,
Uh,
oh, the game turned off, and there was just a huge fire outside. The power box was gone. Firefighters came after like an hour, not even, yeah, around an hour or so.
wow,
That's
a whole ass accident,
one of
whole
my.
ass war crime
I've never
happened.
told you this.
Yeah, I've never heard of that
uh,
one.
but yeah, that's a big memory of mine.
Okay, well, nice. Um, what other stuff can we talk about? I don't know really. I'm kind of running out of ideas. First time,
Didn't write anything down, did you?
no,
You should have had topics.
I should have.
You are way too focused on that water elevator, by the way.
I'm done with it. I need to. Are you still down there by the dungeon?
I found another ravine with another warden spawn area.
No, are you by the dungeon though? Could you come back to the dungeon and tell me the
You could.
coordinates? I wanna dig a path to the dungeon.
You're valid in that thought, but it would be very difficult right now
Okay, well,
with the where I am. I think I'm minus.
we could do
Wait,
that
let me tell
off
you.
camera.
I am Y minus 14.
We could do some off-mine strip camming.
But this episode was supposed to make up for all the off-camera stuff we did. Leave
Well,
it in.
Look at all this off-camera
You can
stuff
leave it
we're
for
doing.
another time.
Bro, an hour is already done. this file is gonna take forever to render and upload. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the zombie and the skeleton fighting each other.
I really need to know.
Oh, the zombie going in. Oh, they both died to fall
I
damage.
really need to know where that dungeon is, bro.
Don't, isn't there a CD that gets dropped when they kill each other? No, that's a
when
skeleton
you
killing a
kill a creeper, yeah.
and restocking our gold reserves.
Actually, why do I even care? Is the dungeon like right next to the thing?
Go in the strip mine, you'll find it. It's right there. Did I say go in the dungeon, you'll find the strip mine?
No. So it's minus 49 and 111. Minus 49, 111. Could you remember that for me? Minus 49 and 111? let's just talk. Let's just stop doing the first thing. Let's just talk about some normal stuff. Um, oh wow, what normal stuff can we talk about? So how are you doing today, bro?
Um,
um,
mining and I'm crafting and I'm
no, you could pitch some. You could pitch some stuff.
mining and I'm crafting and the warden's gonna kick my ass.
Do you got any funny stories that you could tell? Oh, the first supernatural encounter that you've had. So here in Pakistan, let me explain a little bit. Here in Pakistan, I'm not super duper superstitious,
Reusing this.
but I no one knows about that. Shut up. No one knows about that. Shut up immediately. Okay, so 111 would be minus 49. 111 would be this way. So here in Pakistan, as a Muslim, we believe that jinns, there are entities other than humans, and similar things to like demons and ghosts and stuff like that. So um, let me just make this bridge really quickly.
They are demons, Usman.
Yeah, they are demons.
That's literally what we believe they are.
So 40.
I cannot find. Oh my god, the zombies.
4911 is.
I cannot find diamonds, man. I have been
49
going on
right
for
here.
a while.
Okay, so it's not left or right. It's sorry. Right. Anyways, as I was saying, we believe in jinns and stuff like that. So, me personally, I haven't really had proper like encounters where I've seen things, but I have felt things before, and but there is this one incident that I have faced, and I know Ahmed. We did talk about this before, so we want to talk about it again. We want to recall it. Ahmed has some interesting stories about this topic, so why don't you just get us started?
Few, but yeah, there are so many warden spawners, like 20 of them next to each other. The ones that I really remember right now, because we have talked about this before, not on like his channel or anything, just in general. There were two. For some reason, I'm only remembering one right now. It was this elevator incident. I went in an elevator, everything was red, noises, and the like spooky. I've had many, you could say, encounters with elevators. I've been stuck in elevators one too many times, like 20 plus times I've been stuck in elevators. So I wouldn't say I have a phobia of them. I'm fine. They're very convenient. But man, getting stuck in one is not fun. Especially when one of your biggest phobias is dying of suffocation. So generally
Bro got
bad
the double whammy.
experiences. Yeah, literally. And one of the bigger experiences with elevators, other than the other 19 times I got stuck, I'm not exaggerating even. I've genuinely been stuck that many times in elevators. I don't know, I'm just cursed. uh, it was this thing. I don't know what it was. I've had auditory, visual hallucinations many times before. Generally, it was because of lack of dehydration. It does cause, at least that's the cause I have down. I've had many hallucinations of and all, and I think it was dehydration because I would survive days off a glass of water. That's how bad I used to be about it. One of them was I was in an elevator alone, and everything was red. Everything suddenly turned red, and there was no like special being or monster or hands or something that showed up, but that alone, everything suddenly going red. Not like emergency light red, I mean like blood red. The mirrors are red, everything is red, not like emergency red lights have turned on or something like that. Just fully red, absolutely terrifying. But once the elevator opened and I left, I shrugged it off like, yeah, I need to have some water, and that was it. But I feel like that was not even a normal hallucination. Hallucinations even have limits. That felt like something different.
Hmm.
I am no, 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 no.
Rip.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So much stuff
you
burned.
want me to?
So much stuff
Oh,
burned.
did you have diamonds? You fell into lava?
I
Oh,
didn't fall. I was at 3 hearts after fighting a horde of zombies, and I touched lava. It grazed me.
you could teleport to me. I'm at the spawner right now. If you wanna do that, of course.
Oh, so much stuff. I had
Everything.
7 stacks of coal. I had
Ooh.
4 stacks of iron. I
No,
had 2 stacks of gold.
ooh.
I had like 2 stacks of lapis.
Ooh.
I was mining.
Ooh. Nah, bro. That is painful. Do you think you'll be able to recover
I
any of
heard
that?
so much stuff burn. I was blocking myself off and eating and stuff. I.
This is truly an I moment. I do agree. This is truly an I moment. Moving on. Oh, that is not good, Ahmed. I even lost track of you. I don't even know where you are. Oh.
I'm going back down. Trying to retrace my steps. I don't know. Oh man.
Yeah,
Green
that's.
lava. Oh.
Yikes. That is not fun. Speaking of not fun, well, yeah.
I
So,
found glow squid sacks. Woohoo.
oh, oh, Ahmed, not like this. Ahmed, not like this. Please, please tell me something survived. Anyways, I've said this so
I'll
much
find
now.
it.
Um,
Go on, talk about the talkings and the such.
oh yeah, I should just really get on with it. So I used to live in this place called Kotli. It was a remote town near the Pakistan-India border, if I'm thinking right. So, oh, supernatural. Speaking of supernatural, that is not supernatural. That is ubernatural. That is, oof. Stay away from that place. Yikes! I do not want to lose my stuff, even
I
though I don't
found the
have.
place.
You got something back at least? Tell me you got the coal
I
back.
have I found amethyst.
Oh, you found a geode? Really? Goddamn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me find my loot.
Uh, will you be able to find your way back?
Oh.
Anyways, I used to live in this place called Kotli, and getting on with it,
I think it's all gone.
my father was out doing work, and he was gone for a few days. And I remember I was home alone. Well, not home alone. I was with my brothers and my mother, and the house was in a really remote place, and it was like a street in which there was another house, like like almost a kilometer away. That's how far away the other house was. It was in a populated town, and we were living there. And I remember the house was super old, and this was a while ago. So by now it's probably uber old now. So, anyways, super
Oh,
old house,
I
super
found.
creepy. Didn't have amazing vibes to it, and I remember this one night we were all about to
I
go to
found about half of my stuff.
sleep, and there was this big tree, huge tree outside, like right outside our house, and I remember we started hearing some creepy noises from outside, and we looked, me and my brother and I, we peered out the window, and we saw that the tree was shaking. Now, at first, we were like, "Oh no, there's someone here. Someone's trying to rob us." But then I remember we had this gate. It was a short short gate, not very tall. So if there was a person back there, you would see at least the top half of their body, not the top half, but like the head part. And I remember there was this black figure, completely black, the shape of a head. And I remember it moved. Well, is that one of the rare axolotls? Oh, I hope not. Anyways, it moved from one side of the gate to the other. I saw it moving there, and it was definitely not human, and I got super creeped out. And creeper! Oh man, I got jump scared. I got
some
jump
of the
scared,
coal.
bro.
There's like two stacks of the coal and half a stack of iron. But there is a huge amount of iron here. So the iron is not the problem. And honestly, coal is also not a problem. I lost a stack of gold though, which hurts.
Ooh, that hurts. That hurts because that's essential for trading. Anyways, so this figure
But
moves
there is more here.
past,
There's a lot
and
more here.
my brother and I were both looking at it. We both saw it. So I have another witness with me. So we both saw it, and we froze up. Our hearts were beating really hard, and we got terrified. We ran back, told our mom about it, and she told us that there was we had this we had a worker in the house, and we told them to go investigate outside, and there was no person there, no like traces of another human being even being there. You'd like realize there would be some, at least like some disturbances around physically, but nothing really. And that freaked me out, and couldn't sleep for like days on end. And that house, it was definitely, there was some sort of entity there, and I am completely lost. This cave is
I
really
found all my
beautiful
stuff.
though,
I
I
found
must say.
most of all of my stuff.
Where did I come from?
Other than the threat of the warden, this place is amazing as well. Like amazing.
Yeah,
There
this
is
was
so much iron that we will never need iron again. If only
further.
I had a fortune pickaxe, I would already be leaving. I'd have so much iron.
Oh yeah, fortune pickaxe would have been super nice by now. Anyway, so that experience was terrifying. I remember my brother was also super creeped out, and yeah, we then started praying, and eventually it didn't bother us again, but it was definitely something for sure. Anyways, Emmett, I am so lost right now.
TPing to me will not help.
Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't.
I'm just gonna dig straight up once I decide that I'm leaving.
Yeah, honestly, not a bad strategy.
Ow.
Although I am probably gonna run out of pickaxe until then.
Craft another one. You should have took some wood with you.
No, I have wood. I can craft one, but it'll be stone. Cringe stone.
I have gone through like 3 stone pickaxes by now. You know, with most things, stone actually is faster at mining at the things that it can mine. It is one of the fastest in the game.
It's not faster
Other
than
than gold.
iron.
No,
It's not
it's faster than iron.
No, it's not faster than iron.
It's faster than
Trust
iron.
me,
It's faster
trust me,
than
it's
iron.
not- it's
Gold
not-
is the fastest, and I think stone is second.
Where am I?
The sheer amount of iron. I cannot harvest this much. I need. Actually, no. How much do I have? How much do I have? Do you think 6 stacks of iron is enough?
I think that might be good, yeah. Wow. I was lagging. I didn't even realize a creeper walked up to me and blew up. Okay, cool, I guess. Yeah, just treat me like shit, game. Emmett, we need to find our way back up and end the episode. I think this was good enough. Perhaps, maybe we could talk about another thing, if we could come up with something like that.
Man, mind blank.
Oh, I have. Oh, I think I found the way up. Maybe. Yep, I found my way back. Okay. Oh, redstone. I actually need redstone.
I have a heart and a half. I would rather not die with the 6 stacks this time. But to be fair, I'm not near lava this time.
Yeah. If you want to come back, you can teleport to me. Just letting you know. You could just make a quick little teleport. Okay, yummy. Let me just expand this path a little bit so we don't fall to our death, which is very likely. Okay, I'm gonna go back up and put away some stuff. I got done with the water elevator and the sugarcane farm is expanded. It's not the best, yes, but it oh my god, turn into turn into the fucking pig. Ibit. Oh my. As soon as I got up, Mama, let me actually increase the animal rights violations. Actually,
Oh,
sheep are a thing. God, we should increase the sheep farm as well. Okay, Mr. Sheep, you
more
can
lapis.
let me go now.
Did you say lapis or lapis? I've heard people say it like so many people. I mean to say, so many people say it like piss.
I'm pretty sure it's lapis, no?
I say
Like with a
piz,
Z. I say piz
but
too,
a lot
lapis
of people say
lazuli.
piss.
Oh my god, look at the
Lapis
amount of
lazuli.
cows. Oh my god.
I completely forgot about the existence of
I
the. Oh my god!
yeah, what did you find?
I found me a mine shaft.
Oh wow. We had a mine
I need
shaft
to
under
make
our
the
base
path
that
to it.
literally
No,
did
this is
nothing.
like cobwebs on cobwebs mine shaft, like an original mine shaft.
Ah, that's nice.
The one that had like the bridge of cobwebs.
Okay. That's that'll do.
You want me
That'll
to TP
do.
you to me?
Um oh my god, I am
I
lagging.
think I'll TP you to me. Let's explore this,
No,
and
no,
then
no,
we
no,
can both
not right now.
work
Not.
on getting
Just
out of here.
give me like 2 seconds. Okay. Just give me that.
1, 2.
Buckle my shoe. Hold on, let me just kill some of these cows because
Kill
they're.
the
Whoa!
chain. I want chains.
Nah. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna murder some cows. I think it's about time.
I got chains, Usman. You're not understanding. I got chains. I wanted them for so long. I don't know
Chains,
if you
aren't
can
they
craft
easy
chains.
to
Can you
make?
craft chains? I don't know.
Pretty sure you can craft chains.
I don't know the recipe. I made a lot of stuff I didn't know, but I did not even think to search how to craft chains. But I made like the nether wart blocks for my base.
I think involves like iron nuggets or something like that. The first execution of the
I
breeding chamber.
wanted them, but I didn't think they were cool enough for me to search up the recipe. There is nothing here other than a creeper. That's it. And that's a spider. Is he after me? He is after me. And he's a poisonous one. And he's dead. Hi.
Cows.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of iron. Yeah.
Oh, oh, I am lagging. Let us commence death. Okay, I think that's fine.
I can get like a stack of string. I'm gonna get that as well.
I have
Don't
a
need a reel.
surplus of meat. If we ever need meat, we could definitely, definitely.
Yeah, we should work on steak instead of bread and stuff now. I am not a
Yeah.
herbivore.
I am not a herbivore. I really like the setup I have over here. It's so cool. Okay, now you can indefinitely. No, let me just grab some blocks. Now you can teleport me. Go on ahead.
Wait
Just
a minute.
put this in there. Actually, this goes.
Let me
This should.
grab this.
Oh no, that's nether stuff. Should have done that. Oh, we will relocate.
Oh, I lost the levels I had.
I mean, do you remember? Do you remember even before that podcast that we did for your school project? Do you remember? Actually, hold on. Let me screenshot the water elevator. Sorry, not screenshot. Let me just type it into the chat so we can just know which coordinates to go to, and we can just dig to that instead of digging up. I should have made a pickaxe. I'm dumb. So coordinates.
I'm not. Oh!
Minus 22, 25, 65. Sorry. How do you type again? Minus 22,
/.
24, 65, right? Is that correct?
Yep.
Minus 22, 25, 65. Yeah, okay, that's close enough. Okay,
You wanna make a pickaxe?
teleport me.